So, the case of the Venezuelan family separated and the child still remains in U.S. foster care.
What?
It's kind of touching bases on what we were already talking about, how the kids can get separated from their parents and when they get stuck here versus not. Kind of like what Trump kind of put that into
So this falls into that.
Where the parents take the kids with them so they don't get separated because people are complaining about kids getting separated. Well, we have a story here. Venezuelan family separated. The child still remains in U.S. foster care. Yorley and her partner, Micah, entered the U.S. in 2024 with their 2-year-old daughter. The family was separated upon entry, and the parents were detained in separate facilities. The child was placed in a government custody.
So the parents came in illegally.
Yeah, the mom and dad are not married because they said partner.
Okay.
They entered in the U.S. in 2024 with their 2-year-old daughter. Mm-hmm. The family was separated upon entry, and the parents were detained in separate facilities. And the child was placed in government custody. Okay,
so the child wasn't a U.S. citizen either, basically, because you said the child came in 2024, so that's last year.
With their 2-year-old daughter.
So in this situation, it seemed like they would have given the child to the mother and said, okay, we're sending you and your child back to what country you came from.
Now I'm kind of curious if this little girl is a U.S. citizen because it says that she was 2 years old and came from there to here, so it makes me sound like she's not a U.S. citizen. The dad was transferred to Guantanamo Bay and then deported to El Salvador under Title VIII authorities. The mom was deported to Venezuela without her daughter, who remains in the U.S. foster care.
So I wonder why they just didn't give the child to the mama.
DHS alleges the parents are members of the Venezuela gang, Tren de Agua.
Never heard of it.
But no evidence has been presented in court.
So hold on. The United States, well, I'm just going to say DHS decided, I guess, to say, we looked y'all up, and what came back to us was,
y'all are gang members,
part of gang.
So you can't have your kid.
Because y'all got this baby in danger.
And we're shipping you off.
Is that what I feel like that's what I'm getting from?
And we're gonna keep your kid so you don't turn this kid into another gang member.
I feel like that's what they're doing.
That's messed up.
But should they have the right to do that? What do y'all think? I don't think they should.
Maybe they left their country because they're trying to avoid the gangs. Maybe they're trying to change their lives.
Like they're running from something.
Because they have a 2-year-old. Yeah. Maybe they don't want their 2-year-old to be part of that life.
I can understand that. I guess I can see that. You know? So they ran here to save their child.
Yeah.
So their child wouldn't be in harm.
The parents have not been charged or tried for any crimes in the U.S., and the child remains separated from her parents, raising questions about the family reunification and the rights of the child.
So the question at hand is, first they got to get legal help, which we don't know if they can afford it or not, to get their child back.
And their kid's stuck in foster care.
Yep. Because then you got to find an attorney that's willing to take that case that can say, yeah, I can get your child back.
Yeah, you got to find someone. You got to find an American to fight your case for you while you over wherever you are.
Yeah.
And then hopes that American, if they win the case, will put your baby on a plane back to you. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Of hope and prayer. A lot of hope and prayer.
That is a lot.
When you really think about it. You put a lot of faith into a person to help.
That's like that song, Anxiety Taking Off of Me. That's crazy.
That's wild. And that's kind of like with these other cases when the mom took the kids. That's what she wanted to avoid. Her kids getting stuck in foster care. And I bet you that was a threat where her kids are stuck in foster care. Like this child is here. Get shipped, your kids are stuck in the system in America, and it's damn near impossible to get them back.
And you're probably right. That's probably why the other mamas were like, no, we're taking our babies with us. Y'all will not. Y'all will not. I'll take my child with me. They probably like, I'd rather take my chances and take my child back. Mm-hmm. Because if you think about it, a lot of these people do still have family over there in Mexico. So they probably do have somewhere to go. But then you have people that aren't, used to being in Mexico that don't have family over there. So it's like now that he's passed that law or whatever, it's about to be crazy. Adonis and Roman. Between the both of y'all.
It's him. Not me. He's over here sniffing my feet. I don't know what the hell's going on underneath this table. That's what look. What the hell's going on underneath there?
But yeah. If y'all have any chisme about any topics like this, or if y'all know about these stories, let us know down in the comments.
I get you in it. But the real question is what are the long-term effects on the children there who are separated from their parents
Trauma.
under these circumstances?
The long-term effect is trauma.
Especially
That's
a
what it
2-year-old
is.
that has never met her parent. I mean, do you think she's gonna remember her parent? 2 years old?
Maybe.
After all this?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe faces.
Maybe.
But that's still hard because now she's becoming accustomed to the U.S. And it's like, that's not fair to her.
No, it's not. Most definitely not fair.
So it's hard.
Yeah.
That's a hard situation right there. But like you said, that's just like the family, the other moms that decide to take their children with them instead of leaving them. That could have been the case-by-case basis for them, and they felt like that would happen to their children.
Yeah.
Because like you said, that you don't know if the judge and them would have been able to get it ruled that the children could be released to their dad or their aunt or...
I wouldn't have left my kids.
You know? So, I mean, if I know I got a home over in Mexico...
They gotta come.
And it's fully furnished...
They gotta come.
Y'all coming with me.
They gotta come.
Okay?
Fuck it.
We need insurance. We're gonna figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out.
So I agree.
We got cars, a house. Wrap it on.
So I guess my question is, y'all, would you leave your kids or are you taking them with you? Are you gonna leave your kids or are you taking them with you? That's the real question. You know, so y'all let me know in the comments, Kai.
Yeah, y'all let me know. Because I know a lot of moms can probably, you know, put in their 2 cents or more than 2 cents on this because it's a touchy topic. I know I wouldn't leave my babies. I mean, I was born and developed in the U.S. So I don't have that worry. But for people that do have that worry, and it's still hard because you could be born in the U.S. and your parents be from the U.S., but you look like you from a totally different country.
Yeah.
So it's scary out there. So yeah, y'all let us know in the comments. Until next time.
Till next time, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all.